The transfer window is in full swing, in full operation, and Orlando Pirates the first to get off the blocks. I have it on good authority. Sihle Nduli played his final game for Stellenbosch against Cape Town City over the weekend. They even gave him the captain's armband. Steve Barker saying his goodbyes, his farewell, saying he was a great servant for the club, having joined from TX Galaxy. Coach Dludlu, Sihle Nduli now joins from Stellies and he replaces Miguel Tim. A good signing?
A good signing, really, for Pirates, because if you remember, halfway through, they didn't sign any players in the January transfer window. So now having to sign so early, it means they are replacing Tim already. They're stabilizing when Ndlondlo isn't playing regularly because talent and Makaula is not enough for them in that midfield as a defensive midfielder. So that's a good signing. Yeah, good signing indeed. But staying with that Orlando Pirates, what's happening there? A player who could find difficult in terms of deciding his future. Kukune United have decided, and I've got it yet again on good authority, that they are not keeping him. He actually had been training with the reserve league team, having had a scuffle with Maghalwa towards the end of the season, and they decided now he needs to go back to his parent club, which is Orlando Pirates. His future, given that he still has a contract with the Buccaneers, will be decided in the coming weeks and coming days. That's Katleho Tladisa there regarding his future. Another player who on the fence with regards to where he is moving on from here is Mduduzi Mdantsane. Dr. Kumalo, this player was sent out on loan to Richards Bay. Did he impress? Because Chairman Jomo Biela has confirmed to me that they've got no interest as it stands, and all loan players are going back to their parent clubs.
Yeah, well, if they take him back to Kaizer Chiefs, it will be good for Mdu, because remember, Coach Chiefs Nasatoli game time. And the reason why they loan players is for them to have more game time, and they could have a hoodla. At least they have gained game time, because remember, if you don't play, definitely there's nothing a team can do about it.
Has he done enough at Richards Bay to earn a slot now and game time for Chiefs to look at him and say, yeah, he did so much, let's play him?
The unfortunate part is their player. So if Richards Bay Abamfuni, so he has to go back to Kaizer Chiefs. And Langley Lukona, with my experience and what I saw from Umdu, he can come handy.
Okay. Perhaps what now separates Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns is that they are able to hold on to their key players at the moment exclusively. Soccer Zone can reveal that Aubrey Mudiba has had his contract extended by Mamelodi Sundowns. That's an option that was triggered up until June 2026 with a clause to keep Mudiba up until 2027. But I understand as well that there's discussion behind the scenes that the Bafana defender, a utility player really, is talking to the club over a long-term contract. He's just turned 29. He's off to the Club World Cup, playing in decisive moments for the CAF Champions League team that's going to Cairo, Egypt, in the next coming days. By the way, I'll be joining Mamelodi Sundowns on that trip to cover extensively that leg. Speaking of which, I had an interview with Coach Steve Khompela on the sidelines of that CAF Champions League first leg encounter against Pyramids. Steve Khompela, he admits they've got a tough task ahead of them out at the 30 June Stadium, where I'll be, by the way.
Will deflate you so, but champions are born out of such tragedies. You just have to show resilience and mental strength, because the minute you drown yourself in that sorrow, then you won't rise. So it's very important to say, okay, it happened, but did I lose or did I learn? So the lessons that we picked up here should take us forward. And we know they have a problem as well, because they draw, we share a point in as much as they score away, but we'll have to go to Cairo and make life difficult for them. They're a good team, and they also have a good backing. And you don't reach CAF Champions League by fluke. These guys have come here, and we saw a couple of matches they played. Even in their domestic league, they're quite impeccable. They have a lot of good players. But sometimes it's equally a good team. So we have to go to Cairo knowing exactly that they are a hell of a good team, but you have to get better.
Now remember, in all my travels, trend setting, Andile, I'll still have the transfer news. It doesn't stop. It's that time of the season where we have to keep abreast with everything. So Cairo, Zanzibar, USA, Club World Cup, the transfer window on sabcsport.com. Keep it locked on that channel over there.